Are we live? Maybe. Hey, we're live. Let's get the chat up. Excellent. We'll pause my stream there because I don't want to see that. Hey, you actually spelled it perfectly, Gargunkel. Gargunkel. Hello, hello, hello to everybody who's in here. I am about to do a Rayven build for a friend. So we'll be streaming either until I'm done or at 3 o'clock. Alright, Michelle says hit play on music. This is the music. Play. Oh, that's loud. I think Michelle messed up the music because it's loud on my speakers. Okay, that's probably better. Alright, hopefully you guys aren't double hearing the music. That would be terrible. It got louder. Alright. Thank you for the jersey compliment. I designed it myself. I'm proud of it. Oh, it was better louder? Okay. So I'm working on a Rayven today. It'll be interesting. I've actually never opened a Rayven, so we'll see how this goes. Switch to that screen. Okay. Now I get to learn what they look like on the inside because I have never seen it. Hopefully the screwdriver isn't terribly loud. Not going to be a tier 0, not doing any paint. We're doing stock space and cage with Bulldogs and Fang-R revamps. Because we're making this for someone in our local, which feels awesome to say. It's our second game tomorrow. So most people don't have anything modded. I don't want him to be like way overpowered, you know? Yeah, I'd like to hear more about this trigger mod, because I don't think I've heard of that either. Maybe Michelle has. Oh, you can't hear the music at all now. Okay, I will turn up slightly. So is the trigger mod just to make it spring back more, or? Hey, Brooke Nerfing, welcome to the stream. I don't know if he'd like a harder pull or not, so I'm probably not going to do that, and I might ask him about it tomorrow when I give this to him. That sounds like something that could be easily done after the fact, you know? This has more screws than I expected. One day, this will be open. Oh, stream died? Michelle, did stream really die? Alright. Okay. Hopefully it's not for everybody. That'd be really sad. I turned up the music a little bit, so just let me know if it's too loud, because I don't want to... I'm mostly afraid of people hearing it through my microphone, because that would be not great. Alright. Did I get all of them? I almost always miss a screw, so... Oh, I think I missed this one. Rip. It's always hard to tell if it's binding just because the shell is tight, or if it's binding because I missed a screw. Because that's very loose. Ow. And this is very loose. I think it's just real tight right there. Oh no, that's the problem. Apparently the mag well itself is a separate piece, and I was trying to pull, like, pry that apart, because that's like the easiest place to get my hand in there. Come on. Alright, we are going to find... Well, these tweezers will work, maybe. Gonna gently... Yeah, it's super tight just in this crack here. And, like, it's not... Again, it's not my blaster, so I don't want to, like, tear up the shell too much trying to pry it. If it was mine, you know, I wouldn't care at all. Alright, so I got it up a little bit there. Let's see if I can... Oh, I think we freed it. We may have done it. Maybe. Oh, it's still tight here. Yeah, this is definitely the first time it's been open. Most people at our war last time were running stock, because again it was the first war, but Michelle was throwing, not throwing, Michelle was using one of her lower powered strifes, and everyone was like, what? That's crazy. So there's been interest. This should be loose enough. Maybe you're not. Ugh. Alright, that one's definitely loose now. I guess I just wasn't loosening these enough. Are you loose now? Yes. Maybe just here. No, that one's totally loose. Ah, there we go. So close. Alright, there's no way. There we go. Whew. That was more work than I expected that to be. Alright, so this is the first time this thing's been open. That's why that was a nightmare. People use Swarmfire in wars. I haven't seen anybody use them, but I think it'd be a really cool blaster, just for the amount of ammo you can carry, and I think they're super fun. I never used it in a war either, but occasionally I run around the house and shoot it. Cage self-printed. Yes, this is the Open Flywheel Project 43.5 millimeter cage. We printed it, so I still have to clean it up. That'll be interesting. Hey OC Nerf, welcome to the stream. Alright, tools. Should I clean this up first, or should I take out locks? I'm gonna take out the locks and stuff first. Tear everything apart. Alright, so this will be fun because I, again, have never seen the inside of a Rayven before. So, and I actually, if we're being really honest, I haven't modded very many flywheel blasters either. It's usually Michelle doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. She's much better at that sort of thing. How does this work? Alright, so we're gonna want to tear that out. Not gonna need that. Mag release is needed. That's probably just a lock here. We will not be at Foam Fest. We are only sponsoring, hopefully, fingers crossed, next year. The funds will, you know, be in our favor. We'll have the money to be able to go. Just international flights are expensive. Cool. So that was the trigger lock. Excellent. I wish international flights weren't so expensive because I would absolutely love to go. I want to put a priming handle on my retaliator. Bought a plastic worker bolt sled. Do you think one side of bolts can handle the drawback of 7 kilogram spring? Yeah, 7 is super fine. I have a retaliator I use with a 7 kilogram spring and a stock bolt sled, and I dry fire it all the time because I'm dumb. It hasn't broken, so I think you'll be all right. What type of flywheels am I putting in? I'm gonna do Bulldogs because they're both cheap and good. Where's my clippers? I'm gonna need to snip these here because I don't want to deal with desoldering that right now. I'll do that in a minute. We're actually not in Washington. We are in Reno, Nevada. We go up to Washington. We've been up there twice so far, and we like visiting, like Luke and Walcom and Brett, and playing with you guys at the war. There's a possibility of us being there in February, so we'll cross our fingers for that. What was this? This was the... That belonged here. Curious if the front barrel thing is glued. It appears not. That came out real easy. this part, it twists, so it's not glued. I'm not gonna mess with it too much more though, because then I just need to put it back together. Oh, this is very strange. The cage is held on here and here instead of, you know, the places that would make sense to screw in. That is just wild. All right. I guess I'll need to grab some of our screws from inventory in that case. That's so strange. All right. I realized I didn't look at chat in a minute, so I'm going to catch up really quick. How much FPS are we talking? I mean, it shouldn't be too much. 43.5 of Bulldogs should be probably 125. That's in a Strife. The Rayven has a longer barrel for the dart to bounce around in and lose some velocity, so probably a little bit under that. It's going to be my guess. The advantages of Bulldogs are that they are super cheap. They're made by somebody in the community, which is awesome. They have a little bit of a curve or concavity, and they slide on pretty easily too, so I like that a lot. Still close to Washington. Yeah, well, kind of. It's a 10-hour drive, but we make it. We make it work. What's planned for battery storage? We're gonna try to use the stock battery tray, and this is the battery that we're gonna be using. This way, so you can actually read. It should fit. Alright, so I don't understand why it's held up. That's so dumb. Anyway, garbage. Let's start cleaning up our OFP cage. I've heard that it doesn't fit very nicely, so that is unfortunate and hopefully something that I'm able to correct. Do we sell Bulldogs? Yes, we do. And OC Nerf, I'm not sure if you're US based or where you're located, but they are originally created by Kevin from UK Nerf War. So if you're in Europe, buying from him would be much cheaper. I don't encourage people to pay international shipping because that sucks. I have seen the NF Strike Caliburn parts. It seems like it's a pretty good deal. I would worry about using it in the takedown version of the Caliburn, because it might break the coupler. And that doesn't fit at all because they never do. How many people can I round up for a war? Last time we had, I think it was 17 people out, and that was our first war. So at least 17. I'm expecting a few more this time because people have been telling their friends. There are a lot of people who weren't sure if the event was public or private, so they were afraid to come. So we've hopefully avoided those issues this time. Alright, so I got the motors to fit. Let's remount where the screws go just a little bit. Oh, I'm really happy that you... I'm really happy that Devil's corrected his pronunciation, because I have also been saying Devil Z. Was curious, is your business both of your day jobs or a side gig? This is a side gig, and I can't tell you very much about the day job, unfortunately. So this way. Just making sure it's going to fit at all. So, am I supposed to use... I think I might try to find more of, like, this type of wide-headed screw, so it does stay in, because floating just... that doesn't seem right. 41.5 with high crush worker wheels is even worse than 42.5 with high crush. Strangely, I think it is. I don't understand what's up with the high crush worker wheels. They just don't get as good performance as the low crush. It doesn't make any sense. It was completely unexpected. I think we did the same... We tested 41.5 with both types of wheels, and it was like 10 FPS less on the high crush. It didn't make any sense. Yeah, our shop isn't quite big enough, but Out of Darts is full-time, which, you know, is just insane. Like we've seen his shop. It's ridiculous. It's like, you can see my shop right now. It's this room, basically, and then a lot of storage in the garage. I guess it's also kind of our office as well. Foam Blast is taking over a little bit there. But he's got a dedicated room in his house, a massive garage, and he works a lot in his garage because it's massive. No, me and Michelle are together, and this Foam Blast is us. We both live here. Hey Cybern, welcome to the stream. What am I doing? I'm putting this together. So, I always forget how we do things, so I like to take out a cage that we've previously done and figure out how I... Well, that makes it weird, though, because they're facing different directions. Okay, I guess I'm figuring it out on my own this time. Normally with stripes, I just look at something that I've previously done, and then I know where the, like, which direction to face the motors that mean I should put a wire in a certain place, because I'm not good at remembering those sort of things. So I guess this time I'm just going to put them in opposite directions and then test them on our battery pack, see which way they spin. Where's the thread locker? I swear it existed. I touched it earlier today. Ugh. Michelle's hiding things from me. I just sort of had everything in a pile earlier, and it got put away, which makes sense, but I knew where the pile was. Hey, our very first super chat. Oh, dang, I am bleeding a lot. What did I even hit my finger on? I didn't feel that happen. If Michelle would get me a Band-Aid, that would be lovely. But since we got our first super chat, I just want to say that, first of all, thank you. Second of all the super chats, money are going to go to Mr. Nathan's End War Fund. For this stream, yeah. I don't even know what I cut myself on. I didn't feel that at all. Did anybody see me cut my finger? Because I'm just waiting on the Band-Aid. Got a lav mic, so I can't walk away. Oh, jeez. Okay. The deburring tool seemed like it was a long time ago. I don't know. That was weird. Like, it still doesn't even feel like anything. There's just blood everywhere. So let's not bleed on the project. Would be excellent. When I was cleaning the cage. Okay, weird. I didn't even feel it. Do I have any normal shaped Band-Aids? These are all finger Band-Aids. I guess it is a finger, but they're like knuckle Band-Aids. So I'll use this weird tiny one. What was funny was the, oh, I did say ouch, okay. Funny is the last time I streamed, I realized after I shut the camera off that I was bleeding then too. I had pinched my finger in the caliburn. Yeah, I'm not going to sign my name in blood in here. That would, I don't think he'd appreciate that too much. Innately leaky. Yeah, just blood everywhere all the time. Thank you, Java. I appreciate it. I'm excited. Ooh, burning yourself on a soldering iron is not fun. I remember as a kid, my brother was in Boy Scouts, and I sort of tagged along with all the Boy Scout activities because I didn't get along very well with the Girl Scouts, so I was basically an honorary Boy Scout for my brother's troop. And they're doing Pinewood Derby, and I was using a burning rod to do stuff on my car. I set it down on the table, forgot it was there, and then just laid my hand on top of it. I had like a massive chunk taken out, like right here on my hand. It was awful. I'm amazed that there's no scar now. Like it was, I guess it was just long enough ago. I don't know. Sasa, yes, we are in Reno, Nevada. And if you are nearby, we have recently started a club and we're having our second game tomorrow. A scar from making homemade donuts. That I always pictured donuts as being soft. and not violent. Knucklehead, the wedding is coming soon. Michelle and I are getting married. Hey, Slug is here. Hello, Slug. Alright, so everyone should remember when they're putting on flywheels to make sure they have something behind the back of the motor. Otherwise, everything is terrible and you could like blow out the back of the motor. We've replaced several that people have done that. Give it a good listen. Make sure it didn't go on too far. I think we're good. Zambona, how did you not know? There will be a big Nerf war, actually. But that big Nerf war is End War, so. Yeah, lots of people think that we're related. I think that's just because the gay is not usually the first thing people think of. Alright. So I'm duct taping my band-aid on because it's trying to come off. Duct tape band-aid. Yeah, I think the last time I really injured myself that was like non-Nerf was I was cutting an onion and I was trying to make the sideways cut, you know, where you put your hand on top of the onion and you cut into it sideways. Just went right into the meats. Awesome. That looks really aligned. And it sounds like nothing. That's exactly what we want. Hooray. Okay, now the hard part. Set this stuff aside. This is all the locks. This can go in the trash. Let's take a look-see. You can stay over there. Take a look-see at the battery compartment. There were still batteries in there. Glad I didn't zap myself when I was cutting the wires. Oh, yeah, that would be really awful with lemons. Cutting your hand like that with no thank you. Not a thing that I want to experience. Alright, so how am I even going to make this work? So I'll probably have to get rid of the sides so that it can poke out on the sides a bit. Yep, that's looking like how it's gonna be. looks like I need to take that out to get to the other springy bits. Oh, it looks like Michelle's already linked you to the Nerf group map. That is super handy for people, because it's hard to discover what's around you. So having that resource is super helpful, and I'm really happy that that exists. Alright, cool. Alright, I'm not sure I'll be able to pull out the soldered ones, so I should turn on my soldering iron so I can get those off. We're gonna... Yeah, that was dumb. The other part was holding it in, so... You hold that screw real nice, please. Are you the one that's stuck? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to wait for the soldering iron to heat up for these. Womp womp. Da, 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 da. Anon, you've got a great war in Chehalis, I think is the town. It's the people there are great. We never stocked the Heston cage. We just really like the Heston cage. Actually, having the solder sucker would be helpful for this bit. Thank you for the shirt compliments. They make me extra happy because I designed it. It's a completely original design. Oh, that didn't work even a little bit. Except for when it did. That's so stinky. Yeah, there's several clubs in Europe. I don't think that they're quite as prevalent as in the US, but you have a decent amount. It's also easier to travel in Europe, I think. At least that's what it seems like. Well, yeah. A V2 Heston cage is totally not on this desk right now. Maybe that's enough. Come on. Who made you this way? Maybe not with those. here we go. Maybe I can snip. Don't have eye pro, so I'm gonna cover my eyes with my hands. Should have brought eye pro in here, now I'm thinking about it. You little jerk. I think I've almost got it. Oh well. Maybe it'll come out easier once I start cutting other things. Michelle knows how you add to the map because she added us to the map. I think the guy from the Rival League runs the map. I think. I did thank Lilith for the jersey compliment. You weren't listening. Yeah, I need to get my pro, which is over here. Yes, I will wear a fake beard if you cut your hair into a mohawk and dye it green. That's a deal. This eye pro is so cloudy and dirty. Eesh. And I have to clean it on my pants because the shirt is jersey material, which you cannot use to, like, wipe down glasses. At Wars, I wear cycling jerseys, which is, you know, that athletic, moisture-wicking, whatever. So I'm constantly, like, handing my glasses to random people and being like, hey, can you do this for me? Okay, there we go. I have eye pro. It is now safe to start the... Oh, these just broke. And then I fixed them, and then they broke. That's supposed to be attached somewhere? The spring that keeps it extended is slipping off. Weird. Alright, so I was going to try not to use the Dremel for this build because I don't want to hurt people's ears. So I'm going to do as much as I can without a Dremel. Which may not be possible with the holes in the side, so. Because I need to cut out the edges so we can fit the battery in. Oh, I should also turn the soldering iron off, because that is... Ooh, cotton wristband. That's smart. Greetings from Sweden. Hello from the United States. Do you have a lot of Nerf in Sweden? We got pink and blue because those are the Fabu colors that Jangular wanted for our team. Even though he really didn't want to do Fabu for once, the rest of our team was like, no, Fabu. This jersey is from Ragnar Oktoberfest 5v5. We had a team with Jangular, Drac, Luke, me and Michelle, a guy named Kuriaka from, I think he's from the LA area, and also Luke's friend Andrew. It was a pretty boss team. We won. We won everything. By 10 seconds, but, you know, we won. Is this Rayven for a commission? Not really. It's for a friend. Sometimes I'm nice and just do things. It's also his Rayven, so. Woo! Vermin, thank you. I appreciate it. We try to be good to everybody, so I'm glad you're pleased. Have I tried Kuriaka's Daybreaker wheels? They are sitting on this desk right now, and there is a 41mm Kelly cage, like another arm's length away from me. Those need to go together and then go in a blaster, and that hasn't happened yet. We were thinking about the possibility of selling them, but we need to test them first, and we've just been so slow. Nah, Nerf, they're, Jessica was talking about, anxiety and Nerf, and, I think in person, the internet, you know, is always a little different, but in person, everyone is super great. Like, I've literally never had a problem in person. Just we're all there to play with toys together. Everyone knows it's silly and it's fun, and there's no reason to ever be like exclusive or judgy or anything like that about, you know? Sorry you weren't able to make Raganon. It'll be happening again this year, so you'll have another chance. It went really well last year, so I can only expect it'll be bigger and better this year. So, you missed the trial run. Alright, so that's pretty okay. I think I'm just gonna smooth that down with the Dremel after the stream, because I don't want to mess with the mic settings right now. Anxiety is more related to gyms. Yeah, I get that. I know that, like, everyone's there to be working on themselves and looking at themselves, but it is hard not to be a little self-conscious at the gym. I really want to find a gym buddy, because I want to I want to get some like muscles. I'm pretty noodly armed, but I'm afraid to go to the gym by myself. Half because of like anxiety kind of reasons, and half because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I need to find someone willing to go with me who does know what they're doing. Alright, so normally I would use a Dremel to cut out the sides, but I don't want to be loud on stream. Is there a way I can do that without the Dremel? I don't think there is. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mute my mic before I turn this on, I think. But before I mute my mic, I'm gonna catch up on chat. All the trolls stay under their bridges. Right. See, I don't want it to be at the wrong level when I turn it back up. That's the only reason I'm worried about it. Michelle, is it all the way up in OBS right now? Because that would make it super easy. It looks like it's all the way up. Okay, cool. So I'm going to set it to 0, do the dremeling, and then I'm going to set it back all the way up. Hello to AVJ's 5-year-old son. Alright, we're back with the mic. The sounds are... Oh. You jerk. I was like, I swore I turned it down. Okay, so I didn't do the up and down cuts because the cutting blade is really big, so we're going to try to there we go. Now we can sort of push it in, peel it back. Come on, peel it back. There we go. Now I can cut that. Foam buildup on wheels is good. Yes. It helps the... I think that it helps the darts grip a little bit better. And you can tell when you crony something, like, as soon as you put together, you're going to get lower results than if you shoot a couple mags through it first. You're going to get some higher results. tell us something about our wars. Well, we just started last month. Tomorrow is going to be the second one ever. We want to eventually have it go up to 150 FPS, but right now we're at 130 just because we are so new. There's no modders in the area, so we don't want to scare any of the new people away before they've really gotten into it. We had 17 people at our first war, which I think is a crazy turnout, especially because it was like 2 days before Christmas. So I was very, very thankful for that. We played a whole bunch of game types. Like probably 5 or 6 different game types. Like we were running out of ideas for new games by the end of it. Oh no, work. I'm sorry that work takes away from the nerf modding time. I know the feel. Ow. Need to crack the Hailfire open and stick Fang revamps in it and rewire it. The Hailfire is a super cool blaster. I hope Michelle finishes hers at some point. She has a dual stage Hailfire that she made like 4 or 5 years ago. It was like record holding for hardest hitting flywheeler for a while. Like this is before like people talked about dual stage blasters, but no one had ever actually done it. Or if they had done it, they hadn't published results. But she was hitting like 160, 170 with, you know, stock cage Falcon motors. Maybe even stock flywheels. I don't know if they were aftermarket flywheels. I think they were stock flywheels too. Have fun at work, builder. What battery am I using? This is a 95 or a 950 mAh 65C graphene. It's very, very small. I'm cutting notches in the side of the battery tray so that I can actually like stick it inside of there, but that should work. You know, once I actually make it thick enough and stuff, which it is currently not. I'm excited to hear about people going to End War. I'm super stoked for it. Come see us at FoamCon because we'll be there dealing our wares and saying hello. I almost like FoamCon more than the game. I mean, HVZ is not really my thing, but just seeing everybody, all the people I interact with online, like in person, and just people are so happy. The vibe for FoamCon is so good. Yeah, I totally like it more. I was trying to be nice. It's not Endwar's fault that I'm not a huge fan of the game part of it. It's just HVZ is not my thing, you know? Everyone's allowed to have their thing. HVZ is not mine. I am really interested in what this, like, what did he call it? It's like some kind of competitive thing that's going to be happening, and I am waiting to hear more. FPS cap last year was 130. I assume that it will be the same. Any new progress on the 4x4? No. My truck is currently dead because it has a battery leak, some kind of electrical gremlin in there stealing all the power. So I need to get a new battery before I can move forward. And I just haven't had time to do that recently. Yeah, I wish FoamCon was a 2-day event, because I know for the first one that happened, people were really upset when they heard like how fun it was, and there was definitely much larger of an effort made by the attendees to come to FoamCon, because it's not just like it is a big attraction. It's not just a thing that's happening. So I would love for it to be a 2-day thing, because that's my favorite part. And having more time for me personally to walk around and see other people's booths would be amazing. We're close. We're real close. I think if I trim that down. Strife hits 150. It's the only good modified blaster. 150 is, I feel, the sweet spot for modified blasters. Like, it's easy to hit 150, you know? You can go a little higher, you can go a little lower, but like a 150 cap is so easy to hit. And with, you know, a wide range of different components. 130 is a little rough. I think you definitely need a stock spacing cage. If you put a barrel on your blaster, that helps knock down a couple FPS. You definitely wouldn't want to use worker wheels because they're too, you know, grabby, and they really throw the dart through. You might be able to, if you're using 3S motors, try to crony it with a 2S battery. Undervolting drops a lot of performance, so there's a chance that you'll be okay if you do that. But you can't really undervolt 2S motors, so. Dang it, we're so close. So close yet so far. I think I might need to actually snip a little bit of the ledge here, which is unfortunate. I didn't want to do that. I'm only going to do part of it so that the door still has a place to sit. Because we really don't want to print a battery door for this. Might be easier with the Dremel, maybe. I'm going to keep trying with the snips for now. True, Heston cage and Nick's cages will definitely be at the cap. When we tested the Hestons, it was like right there. If you're between an Esper and FDL3, you definitely want to do more research on both because they are vastly different blasters with hugely different applications. Like the Esper's only going to be hitting about 90. And the FDL is all about, you know, modularity. And they're vastly different price points too, so definitely do your research on that one. Looks like both coasts have really active Nerf communities. Yeah. Check out the map. Maybe Michelle can link it again. You might have something near you. Some people are surprised to find that there's stuff actually by them. Couldn't you fit the battery in slanted? No, I don't think I can. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to slide it underneath this lip. Which, you know, we'll see if it works. Got into Boomco modding your first M6 pistol. That's really fun. My suggestion is don't use the K26 because it's really hard to prime as your hands get sweaty. The Ace sells a Hillman 49. I tested it alongside the K26. The Hillman 49 only gets 8 FPS lower, which is not that big of a deal, but the prime is like 100 times easier. Like I could prime it all day. Whereas the K26, I can do 2 shots and then like my hands are too sweaty to continue. Again, I'm also noodle armed though, so if you're stronger than me, it will be less of an issue. I finally got this lip kind of coming away. Can we fit now? No, not quite. So once we get it seated, it should be flat enough that the battery door can sit on it. But I have to get it out of this angle first, so it's not quite wide enough. Budget answers, take a stock blaster to end war. Yeah, like you can totally do fine with a stock blaster. My cousins might be going and they don't know anything about Nerf modding, so I'm going to suggest they get the Turbo Advance and dump pouch. It seems like the perfect blaster for HPZ. Differences in specific use cases for Bulldogs versus Instantanos. Instantanos are really thin, a little flimsy, so I would definitely only use them on either a stock or a 43.5 cage. They don't get super great performance. So if you're going for like really high numbers, they are not the choice you want to go with. However, because they are so light, they spin up crazy fast, even on Michelle motors, which, you know, is where the name comes from, Instantanto. How do I cut up there? So if you're just, if your main goal of the build is just responsiveness, go with Instantano. Otherwise, I would do the Bulldogs. Addie is super tall. Sure, yeah. We'll just pretend that's true. Where'd the deburring tool go? There it is. It didn't work as well as I had hoped. Oh no, I gotta cut a little bit of the side there. Yeah, we don't know anything about the worker motor specs. Yeah, it's looking that way. Actually, yeah, if I cut a slot there, that's an easier place to cut. And once it's in, it should be low enough that I can put the battery door over it and have it be okay. I might have to like smooth down the ribs and stuff, but thank you, Bobo. Yeah, Naptown, that was really smart. Bobo, are you proud of us? We're monetized. We have super chat now. Also, I think we might have more people here than last time. Super chats for this stream are going towards Mr. Nathan's End War Fund because we want to see him there again. Alright, what's the easiest way to get to that? Probably from this side. Whoops. Come on. And again, I know a Dremel is, you know what, screw it. A Dremel's going to be way, way faster. We're going... Alexa, play Despacito and dab on Bobo. I'll dab on Bobo one more time. But I'm not going to play Despacito because I don't want to, I don't want to get copyright striked or something. Alright, so... last Bone Blast stream, we weren't monetized and didn't have access to Super Chat. But also just buy our stuff that supports us. I am going to mute the mic again while I Dremel, so your ears stay okay. Hey, hey. Welcome, Homely. And thanks again for the super chat. Mr. Nathan will be pleased. I don't even think he knows that we're doing this for him, but he'll be pleased later. Denarius, you should do it because I feel like not enough people really experiment. Crush recommendations? I mean, I don't really know what's optimal for 2-stage. Haven't done a lot of testing on that personally. And are you just going for the highest performance you can get, or what's the goal? Oh, dope. We got it to stick inside now. So, oh, it's a little tight, so I'm gonna have to. Ooh, and my band-aid came off. Am I still bleeding? Yeah, I'm still bleeding. We're putting more duct tape over the band-aid that is just falling off of me. Should you mod a Strife or get a Jupiter? The Jupiter is super fun, like a ridiculous amount of fun. It's so much fun. But the Strife is better performance-wise, so it's really about, you know, how do you want to play. If you're like uber competitive, I would definitely say do the Strife. And if you're, you know, more casual, just playing with your friends, or you like using goof blasters, it's not actually as bad as like a goofy blaster. But look at Naptown's message. He has a tip on how to make it fit. I need to see this. How far back was it? Wouldn't go past the first rib that helps guide the magazine well. So yeah, I didn't pass the rib. I kept it pretty flush with the rib because I also thought that seemed structural. So good news is this battery does slide in there. It's tight, but it does slide in there. So I'm just gonna probably use the sanding bit to just grind it down a little bit so it's not as tight. But this stop doing what? I'm going to cut a slot into the bottom of the tray. I'm not. There's not going to be a lipo fire. It'll be okay. Read the message from Naptown. You need to cut out the bottom of the tray. I did cut out on the bottom of the tray. The other side, that part. This? Where I cut? Yeah. No. It's already cut. It's not cut. It. Here, look at the blaster. Cut channels in the sides of the trays. Like that's what I'm doing, right? Am I going crazy? Okay. Yeah, right now it's like a barely fits. If I go over this part with the Dremel, like a sanding bit, it'll be okay. It's a matter of getting the other side of it down now. So I guess to make Michelle happy, I will do the sand. Oh no. The sanding bit used to be sitting right there. It is. Red Eye, thank you for the super chat. Also, hi Drac. I didn't actually say hi. I'm just like, I'm doing the thing already. Alright, muting my mic for now. There we go. That slides nicely now. Michelle doesn't need to worry. Look at that. It's all wiggly and everything. Zambona, thank you for the super chat. Mr. Nathan will be so happy. Only lipo flamed for this the ritual. There will be no rituals here. I'm putting my foot down on the rituals. Alright, so now I just have to make the same little channel I did on the other side, on the lip. And I think will be golden. That's not the tool that I want to use. Made a motor fire earlier this week. Don't do that. That's bad for you. This just takes too long. Alright, we're going back at it with this. No, you may not get Dremel ASMR. Not on this stream. Alright. Yeah, Michelle's going to need to figure out how to do super chat stuff, because she's the one who sets up all the OBS and stuff. Yes, OBS is free. Monetized for 15 minutes. Hello, Emily. Yeah, I'm amazed how fast our monetization actually went through. We only very, very recently qualified. So our plan for the YouTube monetization is, since we don't actually need it for, you know, what we do, super chats for this stream specifically are going to go to Mr. Nathan's End War Fund. Anything through videos we'll probably donate to like clubs that need help with you know, equipment, insurance, whatever. Because running a game can be pretty expensive. That's so close. I'm not pushing hard. Needs to be whiter. I guess my hair is Rayven toned. I don't know what color. We were trying to dye hair yesterday, but got caught up in other stuff. I don't know what color I want to do next, or what we even have available. I think we might have more of the tennis ball green. But I don't know what I want. Alright, so far this has been an hour of Adrianna wrestles with Rayven battery tray. It's not deep enough, but what am I hitting? Because I don't think I can move that, because that's what the magazine rests on. Might just move on and come back to the battery tray later. Try sliding it in from the opening. Well, I can slide it in the side there. But I can't push it down because the wires hit the edge here. And I can't push it in any farther because it's actually hitting the outside part here. Bye, Zambona. Glad we could keep you occupied. I can't throw away the Rayven. I'm doing this build for a friend, so this is the blaster that we're using because it's the blaster that he had. All right, I think that I might just give up on that for now. Let me get some of this plastic dust in the trash can. I can come back to the battery area later. Alright, now I get to remember how this stuff went in. So this was first somewhere. Something like that, probably. That seems to fit. Yeah, we'll get the battery situation figured out, but this has already been an hour of Adrianna struggles with battery, so we're gonna move on. Alright, so might want this to go in later if I route the wires that way. Alright, so this goes in this way. Okay, I heard Michelle getting up. I wasn't sure if she was coming to me to tell me something. We're gonna put screws that have wide, flat head. Gosh darn it. Maybe this wide, flat-headed screw will hold it in some, because The idea of floating is just so dumb. Or can I even do that? What does it look like on this side? Oh no, those screws hold it. Okay. So don't do that, Adrianna. Good job, you looked. Alright, so... trigger. Here it is. I guess that's the thing we'll tackle next. Where's my switch? We had it. Here it is. Tell Michelle to look up Rayven build Mirage. Good photos of how you fit the lipo. Yes. We'll definitely do that. Bye, Ollie. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Alright, so that is... if it sits on top of this nub, that should be about the height I'm looking for. So the thing I want people watching to know is that I don't really do like the flywheels and the electronics. So is that the right height? Or does it need to go lower? That might be okay. So I'm like second guessing myself a little bit at every turn, but you know what? It's all gonna turn out okay. My contribution to modding most of the flywheel stuff that we do is I just put this together and like solder up the leads and stuff. That's about it. Oops. Is that going to be the right height? No. A wee bit lower. The thing 132 and 130 the same, they are not. 132s are a little taller, so you will need a shell cut on some blasters. With the 130, you shouldn't need to shell cut on any blasters. The 132s are also slightly more powerful. So we dialed it back a little bit with the revamps. But they still definitely pack a punch and rev up super fast. The original 132s are also low in stock at the moment, so once they're gone, they will not be coming back. Oh, that might have been too low. I goofed. It'll be okay, because we're building it back up later with the JB weld. Is that the OFP cage? It is. And we're going to cross our fingers that it works. Alright, is that the height that we desire? Where'd my trigger go? There it is. That's not the right way. This is the right way. Right now I'm just trying to get an idea of, am I cutting it low enough? That will work, but I think I want it lower. So we're going to have to cut this whole nub. Rip in the chat for the OG Fangs. Yeah, I mean, they're good motors. They just I don't think they were selling as well because of the shell cutting. It's just more work you have to do on your build. It's not very noob friendly, which the revamps are. Like, you just plug and play just like any other motor. Don't need to worry about shell cutting. I mean, as long as you have the right battery, then you're golden. Alright, is no. Using Krakens, how are the Fangs better? Do you mean the revamps or the OGs? I think the OGs have still more torque than that, I believe. Which, you know, technically makes them better, I assume. The revamps, you're not going to see much difference at all over the Krakens. The difference between those is honestly, do you want to use a 2S battery or a 3S battery? That's you know, why it exists. Well, you know what, Bobo? When will pink motors come out? Probably never. I mean, it's up the nose. It's a slight possibility for like a special edition something or other, but get out. But probably not. Alright, let's see. That is what we're looking for. That lines up way nicer. I just gotta cut the rest to be that height. Woo, that flew all the way across. iPro. Always iPro. Yeah, I'm also glad you got the wrong size trust fires, because you shouldn't trust them. Alright, pro tip, don't do that. Right, so that is pretty much exactly where we want that. I think I'm going to cut just a smidge more of this here. And then this ridge. If the boaters come out, you'll buy 10 of them. Not sure if I'm allowed to say the thing I want to, so I will not. And you have IMRs. I mean, lipos are always going to be better than IMRs. Because the IMRs really can't handle the draw that any of the aftermarket motors, you know, demand. But the only thing you're going to damage is the battery itself, not the rest of the system, I think. I mean, unless the battery vents, in which case you're hurt the shell and your hand maybe. Alright, Cybrin, thanks for popping in. I'm sure Mr. Nathan thanks you for the super chats in here. I'm going to cut this rib also a little. It's just a smidge too high. So, I don't think you can see on camera, but we got a visitor. She's so good. She's my favorite. Watch your eyes, baby. I don't have cat safety glasses. Well, the helping paws rarely actually do any helping. Usually she likes to use her helping teeth to get rid of all those pesky cords around the house, because we can't have any electronics around, you know, distracting us from loving the cat. All right. Meow, yeah. Little Cat Eye Pro would be so cute. And it would make me feel much more comfortable about her being in my lap right now. Alright, awesome. So, Michelle, can you tell me in chat if I should wire the switch first, or if I should do the steel stick first? Wire it first, okay. Right, so I'll probably follow the same wiring that had happened before, where it just goes up here into this crack, which I guess I will cut. I'll cut out that. No, not into the crack. Probably up through here, but low. Put the camera down and show Luna. This is the Luna. She's the best. Look at that face. That's the face of I'm getting scritches. Oh, I got plastic shavings in her fur. She won't be pleased about that later. Yeah, biohazards up there in the corner. There's also a purple manta you can kind of see hidden behind worker boxes. Okay, I'm gonna put her down now so I can keep working. Oh! Alright, it is 1:22, so I have an hour and a half to get as much done as I can. Alright, so would this cover any wires that happen? Also, which direction does it face? So when this is in, So I've never modded a Rayven before, and I've never opened a Rayven before. So this is me figuring out if I should have the wires go around the battery tray, or if I should have them going this way. I could probably just have them going through the handle, maybe. Because... Luna, what should I do? I think I'm going to have the wires go into this channel here and come up behind the dart stop, maybe. No, that'll get in the way of this, of the trigger mechanism. So I don't want to do that. So in that case, I probably want to go just straight up through here. I think. How do most people do it? I'm gonna Google. Go to ModWorks guide. I just need a photo. What mod did they do? They still have all the locks and stuff inside. Oh no, it's not mods, it's just what it looks like on the inside. It's not what I'm looking for. Oh, this person just used Trustfires as their mod. Okay. Well, clearly the internet cannot be trusted. No, I know wire it like a strife. It's just where to put the wires. No, get down. Don't be on the table. So Luna, down. No, what are you doing? Not that. Okay. Well, that's happening. So I'm trying to figure out where I want the wire for the motors to go. Like, should it go straight up to it here, or should it like come down and by the side of the magwell? That's probably better, going down the side of the magwell. Maybe. No. Just straight up? Yeah, I'll do that. First, I need to learn which way my motors are actually spinning. So I have my test pack over here. Which side is positive? You are positive. And you are negative. I'm gonna stick my finger in there to feel. Yeah, so that's going the correct way, which means I want the positive lead on this side. Actually, yeah, this area is really open, and this... Whoops. That's a lot of room. Well, not that much room. I'm still gonna go up to the thumb hole handle. Can't believe I just flung that everywhere. Whoops. Which way was this? This way. I'm gonna put this down so that after I fix the spring, I'm gonna put that down so that doesn't happen again. This doesn't seem right. Nope, wasn't lined up. Did you get down? Aren't you good for your home? The other screw wasn't working, so I'm using this one. There you go. Now, cool. Alright, wire was all here. Where is red? Also, where's the clippers? I thought I got a length of red wire, but I'm not seeing it on my desk, so that is upsetting. My helping hands. They're not very helpful laying over there. Oh yeah, these strippers, I think we sell them for like $2 or $3. They're better than these. It's ridiculous. Like, these are just so easy. Oops. That's not supposed to happen. Yes, we do sell the cheaper ones. We call them the fast style wire strippers because we do have another pair that are like really cheap and also really annoying to use. Come on, heat up. But definitely check out the tools and consumables section of the site. There's some cool stuff in there. Oops. This is a little tight. Come on. There we go. There's still a little bit of play there, so that's all right. Yeah, Garguncle, that's it's about how I feel about it. Alright, so the black is gonna lead down to the battery, so I won't need too terribly much more. I'm gonna give it this just to give me like definitely enough slack. But it's way more slack than I need. That's just gonna stick out the battery area. And then I had red wire. I did. It's not it. Oh, it's on the ground. Of course, where else would you keep your wire? Oh, RZ, I'm jealous of your nail biter. I want one. They look so cool. I actually really want to rebarrel it for Boomco. You could probably fit way more shots in it. And for a Boomco just hits harder in general, like from smaller amounts of spring, so we'll do that. Alright, so that is that section. Tin everything. Oh, I don't want to put that back because I still have to tin the wire. Duh. Excuse me, Mr. Handy. Please release. Thank you. Do you envision carrying the $3 wire stripper next FoamCon? Yeah, I think other stuff like motors, things like that are higher priority. But I want to grab a little bit of everything, so it all depends on how many suitcases we bring. this one's super loose, which is a good thing. Are we bonded? Alright, super good. Awesome. Alright, so down to the switch, back out to the battery. I want to bring it under this black wire so it can go down like deep on that side. Alright, now is the part where I can't ever remember which things it goes to. Normally open, normally closed. It's like, when it's explained to me, you know, it makes sense, but I can't ever bring it back up in my head. So what I do every single time is I pull up MTB's Super Strife and skip to that part of the video, because that tells me. So MTB Super Strife.
This is foreign.
And then switch.
Are the common, normally open, and normally closed ports on your switch?
I don't need you talking. We can just... Alright, so normally closed. Every time. Like, that's not even a joke. I'm actually going to snip off the other one so I can't possibly mess it up. Or maybe I won't, because... Okay. Or I won't. And do heat shrink before I forget about it. Yeah, I have a vague idea of like what I'm doing. It's just specifically which terminal things attached to. I can never remember if it's normally open, normally closed. So I know the video's there. I know how to find it, and I know it's like roughly 6-ish minutes in. So, what were they doing? Tinning. I was tinning. Is there a way to drop down the voltage from LiFo to run a stock strife without burning up? I don't think so. I need Mr. Handy to hold on to the switch for a second. Just never wants to. You gotta be careful with switches, because if you hold the heat there too long, you'll burn out the insides, and nobody wants that. Alright, so yes, I have heat shrink ready to go. Dope. Ba-ba-da-ba. What fabric bit? What are we talking about? Or bring out my copy of OD's book. Yeah, that would work too. That's actually probably even easier than going to that part of MTB's video. Wondered about the fabric bit. For the cover we made for our club, it's a little bit see-through. Like if the sun is directly behind, it's like a nylon stuff that we found on crazy sale because apparently it was cut in weird lengths and no one wanted it. Worked real good. Yeah, I am soldering it in the right direction. Sometimes I know what I'm doing, Michelle. Where did the rest of the wire go, though? It's in my lap. Oh, that's the mic. Alright, and now we're doing this side. Oops. I'm losing everything. I'll put it over here to 10 first, and then stick it on the switch. Fingers are awful close. Heat shrink. I really want better, a better Mr. Handy. If anyone has any suggestions for like good helping hands that they use, I very much would like to know. Because this one's just not heavy enough. Alright, perfect. Where is the lighter? Bye, Red Eye. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate it. Oh, this is a blowtorch lighter, apparently. Didn't realize that was a blowtorch one. Helping hands from Spark Fun. I might give those a look then, because I hate mine. And then, actually, Do I want this to go down that way with the other one? Yeah. That's not the cutters, this is the cutters. Cool beans. Alright, so I'm not going to attach an XT60 yet. I'm just going to, do I have a dart near me? Kind of. I'm just going to attach this to my battery pack. Make sure the switch works. Make sure the dart goes in the correct direction, which I think I figured out earlier, but always good to double check before you really think you're golden, you know? Alright, so we got negative. Actually, I don't want to use that side. That side split more. Negative. Positive. Very far apart. Nope, that's negative. Negative. Positive. Did not work. Why didn't that work? Make sure your main trigger. I was just going to click it with my finger. Oh, so I do need to use a LiPo. That's scarier, but we'll do it. Alright. Here we have to be very, very careful. What? Use a 1S LiPo, it has charge. Okay. Oh, where is it? Alright, 1S LiPo. Negative. Positive. Definitely not touching. Good. Nothing. So something is wrong. Oh, if it has charge. Well, there's another one over here. Maybe this one has charge. Dang it. I misread the thing. It looks like. So that should not have been running. Dang it. Oh, this is a 2. I thought that this one was a 1S too, because it's all ridiculous wired like the other one. Okay. And this is why we test. So I either misread or I got confused. It could have been either one. Luckily, it's not a difficult fix. It's just annoying. Really? Come on, soldering iron. Somewhere. There we go. No, it was on. It's just being ridiculous, I guess. Yeah, it might need to be cleaned. No, Out of Darts has excellent documentation, and I only vaguely know what's happening. Like, I am excellent at following instructions. Sometimes. Alright, where'd the wire go? Alright, let's try this again. Take 2. We got negative, we got the positive, we got our batteries, or switch someplace that I can reach it. We are very, very careful with the LiPo. Alright, that is safe. Dart. Dart, I thought existed somewhere, so I'm going to unplug this while I look for it because I'm worried about knocking it. There it is. It was hiding from me. Alright. Very carefully plugging in the LiPo again. That's safe. Alright, it ran for like 2 seconds. It should not take that long to spin up. It might be rubbing. God dang it. Yeah, that takes too much time to respond. Something is wrong here. Yeah, I'm thinking it's rubbing. And it might be on both because it doesn't sound like one is firing up faster than the other or anything like that. Oh, that's annoying. So I have to find my Allen keys. Where do I keep those now? Maybe I can do with screwdrivers. These are both. Well, I guess one perk of a floating cage. Oh, that was probably way too high. And I'm stuck. No, there's definitely no shorts. All of my solder's really high up on the tab. See if it spins now though. Okay. Where'd the lipo go? There it is. I don't want all the wires to be in my lap. And I know I'm gonna have to hold that over the, like up over the table when I. Right. Cool. I think the other one might still be rubbing. Also check voltage on LiPo. It might be really low. Alright, where do we keep the one that floats on the desk? This one. There it is. Alright, loud sound incoming. 8.3. So the LiPo's fine. Hello Nerf USA, welcome to the chat. Well, I hope it's used back here. Yeah, I think it just might be rubbing still. I can't look for my Allen keys because I am tethered to the desk. Maybe there's some in this closed toolbox. I do have my Allen keys in this toolbox, but the two that I use for flywheels are not in there. So we'll try to go use the two that are a bit smaller. Oh, there's less places to push on this cage. It's not working at all. Ugh, this is awful. lifted at all? Maybe a tiny bit. I think the other one needs to be lifted a bit too, though. Oh. It's weird because I don't hear any rubbing. Maybe just ever so slightly here. Alright, we'll try screwdrivers again. I think that worked better, which I don't like because I feel like that tears up the wheels a little bit more than Allen keys, but just can't get the leverage I need. Oh. I felt like that moved a little. Somehow sounds worse? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's OFP 43.5. Alright, I'm gonna give it another go anyway and see if it's any better. Yeah, it doesn't sound like rubbing. It's just very slow to spin up, which doesn't make sense. No, they came right from the bin and I tested them. Maybe this battery is underpowered. Could be the jumper wires. That's true. But it doesn't sound like it's rubbing, so we're just gonna move ahead. I also didn't check what direction it was flying in, so I should do that still. I got too wrapped up in how they sounded. Forgot about the original purpose of what I was doing. Need to set this back in here. That's far apart. Battery. Cool. Dart. Dart keeps flying away from me. Whatever, I'll just put my finger in it, I guess. Feel. Or is Michelle bringing me a dart right now? I heard her get out of her chair. Oh, thank you. Cool. We're going the right way. Oh, the awful sound might also be because this cage is floating. goes in there, and this goes. I don't want that wire to go underneath. Alright. Might be worth gluing the cage with Go Glue or something. Yes, I think I'm not going to do that until the end of the build, though. Alright, so if it's here, and will this hit it? No, that'll dodge it. Perfect. But I want... Alright, cool. So that's where I'm going to want the switch to be. I have a Sharpie that I can make little marks for myself. So that'll help me a little bit. Alright, still stick time. Alright, what are we talking about? Oh, these switches? Yeah, they're not really clones, because they're just a different brand. They're not like pretending to be Omron. They're their own company. Alright, so this is JB Weld Steel Stick. I should probably be wearing gloves, but I didn't want to get up, so I'm not. Don't be like me. I should turn off that for now. UKNR4 doesn't have them? We'll have to talk to Kevin and see if he wants some, because we're sending out a restock for him on some other things today, actually. I just covered up the markings that I made earlier. Whoops. It'll be okay. So I'm going to need to shove the switch in there and make a little shelf cutout for it anyway. may not need that, so I'm just going to set it there. I think this switch placement is freaking perfect. Hopefully it stays. Awesome. I got the epoxy stuff on my hands, so I gotta get that off. Just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol. That should do it, I would think. You know, I didn't think about doing that, and now it's too late. I should have done some of our silicone things. That would have been smart. But I think we know by now that I don't always do the smart thing. So Michelle, are you sure that the steel stick I can just stick the switch to it and it'll be fine and it'll stay? Alright. That's pretty dope. Forgot how this went. This way. So cool. Got that in place. Probably want to just Alright. This is straight, so I'm not going to bother using the black. Why doesn't that mate at all to the cage? That's a frustrating development right there. Bye, Sabrina. Thanks for tuning in. Why are you throwing darts at me? It's not nice. Alright, so I think what I might do is dig this cage out of the trash. I might glue Hey Michelle. Oh, she's gone. Do you think it'd be a good idea to cut off these lips from this cage and glue it onto the OFP one?
If you need to.
Well,
just like glue the tube to the...
No, the tube doesn't reach.
Oh.
And since it doesn't have this to sit in, it's just sort of floppy. Yeah, we always have a ton of stuff in the prototype stage. It's some might say too many things in the prototype stage. They need to move forward for sure. Alright, so I don't like that this is floppy. So I'm gonna cut off this part And I'm gonna try to, no, I don't think I can do that cleanly. Not in the time that I have anyway. Maybe just the bottom side and let it rest on this lip here. Yeah, there's no guide on this cage. It's not even close to being, I don't know if you can. And so there's nothing to hold this centered up and down. That's very not good. Yeah, I think so. If this was here, it would sit like that, which also isn't perfect, but it's better. I wonder, no, but if I cut glue the tube to the shell. See, the problem is it sits on top of this piece of plastic, so it's not flush with that. But I could cut off this piece of plastic, glue that to the tube. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So I'm just gonna cut this off here, glue it to the tube so it sits where it's supposed to. Hello from Spain. I think it's so cool that we have like international people watching. That's awesome. I'm gonna mute myself so you don't hear the Dremel sounds. I love your work. Thank you. I mean, it's mostly Michelle. It's just you. Everybody sees my face, so I get to take all the credit. Thank you. Right. So that fits, but I'm gonna switch to the sanding bit and just get rid of this. Actually, no. I just want to make sure it doesn't interfere with the cage before I glue anything down. Oops, I lost it. Oh, dope. That doesn't interfere with the cage at all. Amazing. So I'll glue that to the underside. I think I threw the rest of the cage away again, like an idiot. Or, no, it's over here. Yeah, there's a lot of issues with several of the OFP designs, but it's free, so you can't complain too much. Alright, I'm gonna mute myself again while I Dremel. Alright. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use super glue. Jessica Stark is back. Hello, welcome back. What you missed was me trying to figure out why the cage and the barrel don't mate at all, and it leaves the barrel all wiggly wobbly. So I cut the guides for the barrel off of the original cage, and I'm gonna glue that to this tube. Hi, Mr. Nathan. Did you recently learn of our fundraiser? I thought that I had an open tube of super glue. Instead, I see two closed tubes. Oh, there it is. Alright, so super gluing the bottom part. And here's the top. Whoops. Maybe don't drop it. Oh, it's a little crooked and already bonded. Whoops. It should still be fine though. Oh, that's upside down. I think. Which way does this go? No. I had it right the first time. Wasn't doing it straight. Awesome, so that should hold the barrel centered, which is exactly what we want. I can't believe there's nothing to mate the cage. It's ridiculous. Alright. That is the thing. Switch still works. I think we can just put it together and then, because I might want to glue these wires down so they're out of the way a bit. Or, ooh, better idea. Better idea incoming. I'm going to drill a hole there. Yeah. If I drill a hole under here, then I can route the wires underneath the mag well, and it's definitely not ever going to be in the way of the magazine. Yeah, we won't be up and running for much longer though, Mr. Nathan. We have packing to do at 3 o'clock, so I have half an hour to get this mostly finished, at least in, working condition, hopefully. So I have to drill that hole, which is annoying. How am I going to do that with the tools I currently have? I think that I need Michelle. Michelle, could you please go to the garage and get the pointy bit for the Dremel? That would be excellent. I know it's cold. It's very cold. There is snow. Is there still snow in our yard? Not in our yard, but it's very pretty outside. I think this is coming along. We made some mistakes, but we fixed it mostly. Mickey James, hello. Right now we are building a Rayven for a friend. This is my first time ever opening a Rayven, so I decided to do it on stream because, you know, embarrassing myself is the thing to do. Alright, so I got the pointy bits from Michelle because she's lovely. I think I'll use this one. Oh yeah, we are most definitely not from the cold. I'm from South Carolina. She's from Florida, and then I lived in Florida for a while. Forgot which way tightens this thing. Is that the right way? There we go. Now it's tight. So we've always been summer people, and now we live in Reno, Nevada, which is a desert, but it gets cold in deserts. So we're gonna flip this and hope that everything's gonna be okay. I'm also going to, ooh, yay, exciting. I'm gonna mute myself for a moment. Be right back, stream. Alright, so I've drilled a hole. My mag release and my rev trigger fell out, but that's okay. We can put those back later. Yeah, it only gets to be about like 30-ish here most of the time. Like when it's cold. Occasionally it goes lower, but that seems to be fairly rare. It appears this is more difficult than I previously thought it would be. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. I already have like a hole going there, so I'm just gonna snip the middle part of it and merge the two holes, and then it will no longer be an issue. And that also allows me to back out or it should allow me to back out the XT60 when I go to fix my battery area. Because I kind of gave up on that earlier, and I was like, I'll go back later. Actually, that hole is way too small to back out the XT60 if I don't get rid of that other rib. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll stop here. Because getting the battery fitting was really hard. Off to gym day now. Bye! Go get swole. Shady FPS rules. What does that mean? Cool. So if we do that, it definitely won't be in the way of the magwell, which is what I was initially worried about. Awesome. We'll put that in there. We'll put this way, this guy on. And I think that I can button it up now, maybe. Cool. Oh, almost forgot jam door. That's important. Come on. Something's not right. Well, the magwell's definitely not happy where it is. I guess that should be up. Seems to be a problem around the cage area. Bye, semicolon. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate the company. So I'm hitting the cage itself. Maybe if I... That's not great. That was not on purpose. There was a little bit of an elephant foot there. I just like having colorful hair, and I happened to receive a colorful Rayven. Alright, mute time for a moment. Alright, so what I did was the shell was hitting the OFP cage on this corner by this little post here. I'm also noticing a little bit of elephant foot in our print over here, so I'm gonna just try to get rid of that really quick and not cut my fingers again. We learned earlier in the stream that deburring tools are sharp and they will cut you. Hopefully that's good enough. I'm just gonna go ahead and May as well circle that too. Alright. Yeah, I feel like being an OG Rayven. Let's do it. Where are we hitting now? Oh, jeez. We're still hitting that same spot on the OFP cage. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dremel that way more. Welcome back, RZ. I've made some progress. I have most of the wiring done, just need the XT60 connector after I finish doing the battery tray. I'm trying to put it together. I may just do an XT60 anyway and just like duct tape the battery in for now because I really don't want to deal with that and we're running out of time. Alright, so I'm going to mute myself again and dremel this cage. Alright, so I took a larger chunk out of the cage right there. That's where it was hitting before. Hopefully that's the only place. Crossing our fingers there. It's probably not because, you know, why would anything work properly? And as I said earlier, we're running out of time. I have to go at 3 o'clock. That is packing time. That's why, the only reason Phone Blast works is that I have alarms on my phone. Otherwise, nothing would ever happen. Oh, it's better. Do the other ones work at all? Whoop. Lost a screw there. Oof, what is under my butt? Oh. This is why my butt was hurting. I was sitting on that. Yeah, it's the OFP 43.5 and Bulldogs. Oh, we might. Oh man, I think we did it. Oh man, I think we did it, guys. Oh heck yeah. This doesn't want to close right here. I'm hoping that it's not because of wiring being pinched. Oop, lost another screw. I'll find it later. I'm hoping it's just because it's a tight cage, or a tight shell. It was really, really hard to get apart. Make sure your mag lip thing is the right way. If I had a magazine, I would know. I think it's the right way. I hear her chair. It is not. So close. We almost had it. Oh. This way? That way. Get in there. Oh, the cage is binding in here a little bit again, so it's got it. Oh, we were so close. One mistake and everything is ruined. Oh yeah, it's totally creaking. That's not just a sound thing. This is rough. Are you too good for your home? Oh, there we go. Cool beans. So we're just gonna do some of these screws. Yep, that was my plan, Michelle. These three are the most important ones, and then I'm also going to do the one by the switch. Alright, and I still don't have a connector on here, so it's going to be, that was stupid. So it's going to be the janky test leads to LiPo battery test. Oh, that's another screw. It fell on my lap, maybe. Nope, that's a piece of plastic. Well, I'll get it later. We have plenty of screws. It'll be fine. Leads. Test leads. Did they fall on the ground? No. Get there. Alright. There's the red. Alright. Mag in. It shoots. Switch got stuck. Oops. We were so close. We tried, guys. Alright, I have 10 minutes to try and fix this. I don't know if I can. I know we're close. I know I'll definitely have this for him tomorrow. But I don't know if I can finish it on stream. Definitely not the battery door, like fixing that issue. Alright, so the switch snapped back out. So it's a matter of not letting it tilt like that. So I'm not sure how to achieve such a thing. Ugh. What went wrong? The switch got stuck inward. So what happened was it tilted forward instead of staying straight. So the switch itself is still in a good position. So there's probably a piece I threw away that lays over top. Maybe. Alright, here is the garbage. This looks like it probably went in this area. It's not really something I can still use to hold it down. What do you guys think? How can I stop this from twisting up? Seems like if I put like some kind of piece of plastic here, like not that piece obviously, something to hold this top edge of the switch against this little bevel. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is what used to hold it straight. But I can't use that anymore. Can I use part of it? Maybe. Let me take off this. Yeah, I might be able to trim it down. I'm gonna see how it would stay, or how it actually like fits in this space. Because it used to go like directly here. So I'm gonna cut here and see if that fits. Cut it a little bigger than I mean to, so I can always trim it back down later. Not sure if I'll glue it to the switch or to the shell. Was it here? No, because that still lets it rotate up. It would be like down here. Where would it be? Where'd the go? Yeah, I might have to build an epoxy platform for it. Well, it still lets it rotate up, which is a problem, so I have to move it down even. So then it can't rotate. No, I knew how it worked, it just didn't fit where it was. Mr. Last Pug, I think that it's around $50. It sounds right. So, if it's held like that, and if it didn't move, which I can't hold it in a way that doesn't move it, then it definitely won't go down. Alright. So, you can just use hot glue. Yeah. Hot glue would probably work. I just worry about hitting the switch. I'm also going to trim this a little bit more because I think it might hit the lever. I don't want it to hit the lever. Alright, so that should... Alright, we'll plug in the glue gun. So the plan right now, hot glue this in such a way it'll hold this rev trigger down so it can't rotate anymore. So I'm going to try to keep all the glue up towards this top area as much as I can. Oh, all this? Yeah. It'd be great if that's where the battery went. But it's not. Oh. Actually, it is 2:58, which means I have 2 minutes until I need to start my packing. So I think I'm actually going to hit pause on this for now, since the hot glue gun won't even heat up by then, probably. I'll work on this again once I'm done filling orders and stuff, and let you know how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for any of the super chats. I know Mr. Nathan thanks you for those, and just appreciate being able to hang out and talk to people while I'm modding, because I have a lot of questions. I have a vague idea of how to do things, but actual execution is a struggle for me sometimes. But thanks guys, and I will see you later.